Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you're ready because today we start what is going to be the final season of Let's Go Hammers. Hello there and welcome to Season 3, Episode 1 of Let's Go Hammers. I'm StuBo. Thank you very much for joining me in today's episode where we are going to be playing against Southampton and a team I've actually forgotten the name of. I believe it is Norwich. Let me just have a quick nose at the schedule. I think it is. It is indeed not Norwich, it's Watford. So I'm glad it looks because that would have been silly. Yes, not Norwich, Watford. So we're going to be playing Southampton and Watford in the first two games of the season. There's nothing to share with you because we've literally just started the season. We had the Community Shield in the last episode. If you haven't watched that one, go back and watch that. But if you want to see us, hopefully, get 2 wins from 2 against Southampton and from Watford, please leave a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel as well for more Football Manager awesomeness. We're going to just jump straight into this game, and this is the 11 we are hoping is going to take us to our first win of the season. It's Lafont in goal with Justin, Mancini, Zuma and Christiansen in defence. Tillemans and Rice in midfield with Bowen, Almada and Madueke supporting Alvarez up front. A couple of changes from the team that lost against Liverpool in the Community Shield. S3Ep1 is on the bench purely because we wanted to just rotate and give Mancini a chance. Also, it is worth pointing out that Tino Livramento has a suspension, which is a little bit annoying, and Harvey Elliott is also out injured for 4 to 6 weeks. Omar Saleh is nearly fit again. He's recommended to 45 minutes per game, but we've put him up for the under-23, so he'll get that game time then, and then he'll come back into the lineup. But without any further ado, West Ham versus Southampton, first Premier League game of the season, last season of Let's Go Hammers. Let's go. Here we are, first game of the season. Technically, we drew our first proper game of the season in the Community Shield. Obviously, we lost that on penalties, but none of that matters. We're coming up against a Southampton team who have caused us problems in the past, but what we're hoping for today is that we cause more problems for them than they do for us. I mean, I love the fact it's showing us the table. We're the only team that hasn't played, actually. We're the Sunday game. We're the one team yet to have a result on the board, along with Southampton, obviously. So hopefully we can get a result here. Before I do anything, though, I need to change the camera because I changed the camera to behind the goal for the for the last game. So let's put that back to sideline, keep it as is. We'll change this one back to, I think it's TV, and we'll carry on with that. And let's see if we can get 3 points to start the season. I am happy to report that the tablet has actually retained the information it was meant to, and the format that it was meant to. And Madueke, I mean, I'm not going to lie, he looked like he was auditioning for the Olympic diving team there, but I'll take a penalty if that's coming our way. And it looks like it very well might be. And if it is a penalty, it will be Almada to take, I think. Looking at it, it's a right footer, which is probably Thiago Almada. Was our penalty taker last season. It is him indeed, and he steps up and gets it past Hradecky, and we are 1-0 ahead inside the first 10 minutes. Thiago Almada with a penalty. It's our first goal of the season. It's our first goal of the season at the London Stadium as well. We lead 1-0. Get in. It's a calmly taken penalty as well. Hradecky goes the right way, but he's not able to match up to the penalty, and we lead, and that is a glorious, glorious thing. If we can get a second goal, I'd be even happier. Right, Justin to Almada, over to Tillemans, over to Alvarez. Some snappy passing from the team, and I'm really liking that. Alvarez now being forced wide. He hasn't got many people in the box. Gets it to Bowen. Bowen to Tillemans. Tillemans goes for the worldie. He doesn't get it. And Alvarez, every time he's wide like that, goes for the shot. Doesn't need to be doing that. He's got support. He could be using it, but he doesn't. And it is getting a little bit frustrating. I'm starting to think that Julian Alvarez, although he has got goals in him, he feels like a bit of a liability as a player at times. He just feels like he has opportunities and he doesn't take them. And it has cost us in games, and it could cost us going forward. So maybe, just maybe, if Brenner can... Oh, I really hope that gets given us offside because that's disappointing. Brenner has had a good pre-season, so we might just go with Brenner at some point. It's been given. It's been given. I'm very disappointed that we've conceded a sloppy goal here. And it's James Justin at the far post who has not marked his man. Very disappointing from James Justin, who had a very good start. Now, can we get back into it? Bowen whips in, looking for Mancini. And Gianluca Mancini has scored on his debut. That is a glorious thing. We started him today instead of S3Ep1. just to get him straight into the action, give Diop a bit of a rest, because he's been our go-to central defender for the last, well, for both seasons. And Mancini's just there like an absolute monster and makes it 2-1 to West Ham. And hopefully we can either get another goal before half-time or go in with this scoreline. I would prefer us just to be leading. And I think we are going to go in 2-1, and that is lovely. We're going to say that one. I'm going to say defensive has been unacceptable. I'm going to say keep going. I'm going to say not been good enough in front of goal. We need more from Alvarez at the moment. We've got 2 playmakers on the pitch. Someone needs to get the ball to Julian Alvarez, and it's just not happening at the moment. We're going to demand more. I want more from this team. There is more to get in this team. Tielemans has not started well so far for us. I think he will come good, and we've got Ilic on the bench if we think we need a change. We might actually make that change at some point during this game. Christiansen's had a quieter game today, but he's certainly not playing badly. But he's certainly not playing quite at the level we know he can do. Mancini does well to intercept the pass there, gets it back to Lafont, and we are going to build from the back here. Mancini to Zuma. Zuma over to Rice. Ooh, let's be a bit careful here. What a ball that is from Yuri Tielemans. Gets it to Madueke. Madueke is forced wide though, whips it in. He was looking for the head of Alvarez. Alvarez is not very good in the air though, and didn't really look interested. Right, Tielemans, Almada, Bowen. Bowen gets it out wide to James Justin. Justin into Almada. Almada might make it 2. He does not, though. Hits it straight at the goalkeeper, which is a bit frustrating. Madueke and Alvarez are having very poor games here, so I think, actually, they're going to be the changes we look at. Declan Rice is tiring as well, which is not ideal. Alvarez is going to come off for Brenner, and we're going to bring Madueke off for Guiri or Zakarian. Do you know what? I would bring Guiri on, but I want to see Zakarian in action. Let's have a look at this lad and see how good he is. Let's see whether he is worth the money that we spent. I'm sure he will be. Borussia Dortmund were interested in him. I'm sure he's going to be a quality player. Zakarian to take the corner, gets it into Kurt Zouma, who heads it just wide. I'm going to demand a bit more from the players. A win on the opening day, to me, will do. I don't really mind what the scoreline is, as long as we get 3 points. We are going to make that final change, and it is going to be Tielemans off for Ilic. We're going to give Ilic a little run out here. I could have brought Soucek on. We'll play Soucek in the next game in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to demand more again. Not happy with the facts that we've not been able to score more goals today. And we've had shots on target as well. It's not like some of the points last season where we weren't having shots on target. We've had plenty today, and we've just not been taking advantage of them. What a goal that would have been from Diallo. I'm going to go attacking for these last few minutes. We're just going to try and just knock the door down. Brenner's not had many chances either. And they've got a throw in the dying embers of this game. But they have, I mean, I thought we'd get the possession back there, but we haven't. Che Adams looking to cross it in, gets it to Walker-Peters. Ward-Prowse gets it all the way back to Chambers. It's turned into a bit of a tentative affair. We have been the better team, but we failed to really... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What was that? Are you serious? Alban Lafont doesn't recover in time after making this dive. Walker-Peters whips the ball in. It's so poor from Lafont. It's so poor from Lafont. And Lafont has cost us the game. I'm actually genuinely angry at that. I'm genuinely angry at the goalkeeping I've just seen. I mean, I'm not happy with you two either, to be honest with you. Okay, that's a disappointing first game of the season. Hopefully it is a one-off. We've given away 2 very sloppy goals there. 2 very sloppy goals. But it's not a loss. It's a point. And let's hope that we can do better in the next game against Watford. And here we are then for the game against Watford. Hopefully we can pick up 3 points in this game and not have any goalkeeping howlers. I'm looking at you, Alban Lafont. This is the 11 that we're hopefully going to be using to win. Lafont in goal, Livramento, Diop, Zuma and Christiansen as the defence. Tielemans and Rice in midfield with Bowen, Almada and Guiri supporting Alvarez up front. We've put Madueke on the bench after his poor performance. I was tempted to do the same with Alvarez, but we're going to give him one chance before we switch to Brenner for a few games. We've also restored Diop to the start starting lineup, as well as Mancini played. I want to keep that partnership going. I've kept the midfield okay as well, even though I was tempted to put Soucek in, but Soucek would go in for Declan Rice, and I want to keep Declan Rice there as the captain for a little bit longer. Soucek, I'm planning on giving some game time from the bench for this game. I think we just go into the game and see what we can do. Fingers crossed, we get 3 points. Let's go. Probably worth pointing out in this game as well that we have gone attacking in our tactics. Normally we are on a positive mentality. We rarely actually change that, but for today we've gone on attacking because I really want to go out there and score a few goals. Kurt Zuma looking like he wanted to do the same thing now, but heads just over. But yeah, I want to go into this game. I want to put the ball in the back of the net a bunch of times. That would be ideal. We had plenty of shots on target in the last game. We just couldn't find a way past their goalkeeper, which was really frustrating. Hopefully today we don't have that issue. Amine Gouiri sprinting down the left wing here, whips it in like a normal winger. He set as an inside forward. I didn't expect him to do that, actually. It was quite nice to see he's got that flexibility in his game. Livramento now into Diop to Tielemans to Almada, Alvarez back to Almada manages to get through, gets it to Jarrod Bowen. He didn't necessarily need to make that pass though. Gets it into Alvarez again, and Alvarez does score. Didn't score on the first game of the season, had a very poor performance, just like he did in the Community Shield, but he does score in game number 2, and it is 1-0 to West Ham inside the 5th minute. I thought we'd overcomplicated the move, but Jarrod Bowen gets it into Alvarez, and he manages to tuck it home for 1-0 against Watford. Happy days are being had by all at the London Stadium, if we can carry on, that is. I'm happy with the goal, but we need to carry on. We need to get more. I want to see multiple goals in this game. And to me, that needs to be the start of many. Alvarez now, forced wide again, but he is charging forward and looking for someone in the box. Gets it into Almada, and Almada forces the save from Bachmann. And Bachmann gets it over and wins the corner for us, basically. Almada now looking to get it on the head of someone. Gets it to Issa Diop. No, he does not. It's cleared out, and Lauza on the edge of the area going to try and make a move now. Running down. It's a tackle from Bowen. It was a great tackle from Bowen. A crunching tackle. And we end up with possession again as the highlight ends. Highlight again now, Nuno Tavares for Watford. Throws it back to Courtney Hawes in defence. Tries to get it forward to Ryan Fraser. Fraser is intercepted by Christiansen, however. And Gouiri now looking for options. Gets it into Jarrod Bowen. What a pass that was from Amine Gouiri. We might have an early contender for the... I don't know what the award was. Is the Hadji Award, the Bowen Award? I can't remember who I gave the award to last season. Possibly the Bowen Award. I'll have a look in a minute. But whoever it was who won the award for goal of the season last season, this might be an early contender just for that pass. What a pass from Amine Gouiri. A playmaker-like ball. He's not set up for that. He's on the pitch to try and score goals. And he's gone and made a beautiful goal like that. And just like that, in the 20th minute, we're 2-0 up. Glorious. Glorious, glorious, glorious. Livramento now to Bowen. I mean, we're starting again here. We've won possession off them very early on in this restart. And Bachmann gets the ball, tries to lump it forward, doesn't do anything with it. Diop now gets it to Gouiri. Gouiri to Bowen. Bowen to Alvarez. Alvarez tried to hold the pass up, I think, looking for Almada, didn't find it, but the move continues. Livramento now looking to whip the ball in. He does, looking for Gouiri at the far post, and he finds him. And this is the game I wanted in that first one against Southampton. Southampton always seem to have our number, though, but Watford seem to be struggling a little bit, and it is 3-0 in the 21st minute. Lovely move from West Ham. Bowen gets to Livramento. Livramento just bides his time, looks for that far post header from our man Amine Gouiri. And he goes from delivering a beautiful ball for the second goal to just floating a header in. He's not even that tall. He's not even that good in the air, but he was in the right place at the right time. His finishing did the rest. And it is 3-0 to West Ham. Happy, happy days. If we can stop them from scoring, I would be even happier. If we can get a fourth, I'd be delighted. Gouiri is determined to try and make that happen. Gets it back to Christiansen. Christiansen tries to get it over to Alvarez, and Alvarez has scored. I don't know what happened there. It's a mistake from the Watford defence. I don't know whether this goal will count, though. The referee is looking at it for a reason, and that reason has disallowed it. It is an offside. It was Alvarez who was offside. I mean, was he, though? I mean, he was. I would argue he came back onside, though. And I would argue he came back onside. I don't know if that's still a rule, but I thought if you come back onside, you can still go for the ball. And he definitely was back onside at one point during that move. So, obviously, for some reason, it didn't work that way. Bowen now, looking for options ahead of him. Just running with the ball, but he's taken out. And Ryan Fraser now ends up with the ball. Gets it to Petkovic. Oh, that was a bit of a sliding tackle, but nothing ended up happening with it. But Christensen does really well to intercept. Almada gets the ball now, gets it to Alvarez. Alvarez to Guiri. Guiri looking for Jared Bowen. Guiri just spraying passes around like form David Beckham on the left wing instead of the right wing. Zuma now. Waiting to pick his pass. Gets to Almada. Almada's to Bowen. Bowen to Alvarez. Alvarez into Guiri. Guiri might get a second here, and he has. And he's got a fourth for us. And Julian Alvarez has an assist as well. And we are playing exactly how I wanted us to be playing. Now, granted, it's Watford. Granted, I imagine they are probably predicted to be closer to the bottom of the table. I don't know where they finished last season. But we are ripping them apart here. And it is a lovely thing to see. Alvarez's pass there. Perfectly weighted to Guiri. And this is what we wanted to see from Guiri, playing as an inside forward. We wanted to see him cutting in and scoring goals. We didn't see a lot of it last season. A lot of his good play came from when he was playing as the backup striker at times. I'm glad to see that he is playing a little bit better now. Our central midfielders are actually having the worst game possible, Rice and Tielemans. But I'm quite content with them to be doing their job. Rice has actually gone to a 7, which is pretty good going. 4-0, very happy indeed. Just in case anyone cared, by the way, it is the Bowen Award. Jared Bowen's goal against Lyon was the one that won it. Just in case anyone cared. We'll say that one, because we have blown them away completely. We've had a fantastic game. The two fullbacks are looking really good. Livramento and Christensen. I am very happy with both of them. We're going to carry on, leave things as they are, and let's just try and get more goals, boys. Let's just try and get more goals. Rice plays it back to Diop, Tielemans, Almada. The two playmakers playing well. I know some people frown upon using two playmakers, and I'm not overly keen on it myself, but if it works, it works. And right now, I don't have any worries about it. What I do have worries about is that we were standing off of Watford there, and we needed to be closing Ryan Fraser down. We were just letting him run with the ball. And that's a little bit of complacency from us, I think, and we need to be doing a little bit better than that. Speaking of doing a little bit better, never mind, I was going to say Watford have the ball again, but we've got it immediately off of them. Guiri now, who is on a hat-trick, remember, gets it to Christensen, into Tielemans. What a ball that is from Tielemans to Bowen. Bowen into Almada, into Alvarez. That's Tielemans, and Tielemans went for the world. He did not get it in, but you can appreciate him having the effort, and it will remain only 4-0. Petkovic wins the header, but I think Guiri intercepts it. Rice now to Almada. Almada looking for options ahead of him. He has got Bowen on his right-hand side, hasn't used him yet. Bowen's actually cut inside now. Gets it to Bowen, actually. Bowen now looking to get the ball in. Livramento whips it to Guiri, and Guiri has scored a hat-trick. I've got an itchy ear at the worst possible time. Amine Guiri scores a hat-trick, and all of a sudden, goodness me, all of a sudden, Madueke... One moment. Yes, I actually forgot Madueke's name, and what of it. Madueke, I'm still not well, by the way. I don't know if you can tell. I'm still not 100% from the cold that I've had. I'm still kind of recovering from it, and every now and then my brain just goes funny. Madueke has got competition for that left-hand side if Guiri's going to have a game like this, and I am here for it. Guiri's won the ball back again. Guiri's a machine today. An absolute machine. 3 goals and an assist. He's been absolutely incredible on that left-hand side, and he's not finished. Looking for options down there. Gets it to Christensen. Christensen with the wild ball over, looking for Bowen. He finds him, but it's a bit too wide. Gets it into Almada, and Almada gets his second of the season, and it is 6. It's getting a little bit silly now, but I'm quite content with that. Quite content with that indeed. Christensen with the wild ball over to Bowen, and Bowen just gets the ball, cuts back onto his left foot, hits it in, and Almada's there, and the defence and the goalkeeper can do nothing about it. And I think that is going to signify substitute o'clock. Do you know what? Let's wait for this move to finish before we do substitute o'clock. Christensen looking to get the ball back in after a failed move. Gets it all the way back to Rice. Rice to Tielemans. Tielemans now taking his time to Rice. Back to Christensen. Christensen. Over to Almada. My voice is going a little bit here. Tielemans gets it from Rice. Over to Bowen. Bowen cuts inside. Has the shot. What a goal from Jared Bowen. The Bowen Award might be coming back to Jared Bowen's cabinet, because that was a stupendous goal. Oh, I love that. That was lovely. More wonderful passing play on the edge of the Watford area. We pass it through our midfield. Tielemans gets it back, I think, to Rice. No, gets it to Bowen, actually. It's going to be a Tielemans assist. He's first for the club, I believe. It's a lovely finish. I will take that all day long. And we've got yet another highlight. I want to make some substitutions, boys. If you can just slow down, that would be great. Almada into Rice. Rice looking for options ahead of him. Passes back to Zuma. No need to rush it. We're 7 goals up, boys. No need to rush things. Gets it inside to Tielemans. Tielemans into Alvarez. Alvarez runs on the end of it. Can he get another goal today? No, he cannot. I mean, he's such a good striker, but he's such a wasteful striker as well. Right, we are going to make substitutions now. The question is, which ones are we going to make? We have got tired players on the pitch, so I think we are going to bring Souček on in the midfield. And Kurt Zuma is quite tired as well, so maybe one Luka Mancini. And do you know what? I might make all 3 subs here, and I think we will bring on Ivan Ilic for his debut as well. So 2 new midfielders and a defender. That'll do plenty. They're all complacent apart from Souček. I don't really mind that. We are winning 7-0 after all. We have done those substitutions. They have gone through. Let's see if any of those players can have an impact on the game. I'm not expecting it, and I won't be mad if they don't. But it would be nice to see whether they can do something. One of them can grab a cheeky little goal. That'd be nice. Let's make it 8-0, boys. Let's make it 8-0. If Ilic can get an assist, I'll be very happy. I'm a bit concerned that we've conceded a late goal there. I think this is going to be allowed. At the end of the day, 7-1's not the end of the world. We're complacent. We're probably going to concede a goal or 2. As a result of it, it has been awarded. I demand more. I know that's a ridiculous thing to do when we're winning by so many goals, but I am going to demand more. And S3Ep is going to give us more. It's 8. It's 8-1 against Watford. S3Ep with the assist from Jarrod Bowen makes it 8-1. I mean, it was game set a match a long time ago. We're just, in my opinion, I mean, we're doing the professional thing. We're just playing to the whistle, you know. We're just playing to the whistle. I've just realised Jarrod Bowen has a hat-trick of assists, which is glorious to see as well. I'm going to wait until the 90th minute and just drop a little bit of praise. Boom. A little bit of praise. We had 32 shots in that game. We scored 8 of them. We let them have 1 just because we were feeling generous. But that is a heck of a performance. Alvarez kicking things off. He had a goal disallowed as well at one point. Then Bowen, Gawiri. This is messing about. It's going to annoy me. Basically, we scored a lot of goals and we won the game, which was glorious to see. Very good win for us. Got to be happy with that. I don't know who's going to get man of the match, Gawiri or Bowen. I think it's probably going to be Gawiri, but that was just insane. What a turnaround from the Southampton game. What a turnaround from the Southampton game. It was Jarrod Bowen is the man who has been given it. To be fair, 2 goals and 3 assists will do that. Pat him on the head. He's had a hell of a game. And I was a little bit worried about some of the morale of the team, but as you can see, that result has fixed everything. That was fantastic. Right, we will be back definitely in September. I think we'll wait and see what the Champions League brings us, and we'll definitely play at least one of those Champions League games, whatever they are. We'll wait and see who the Carabao Cup game is against. We might come back for that as well, but if not, we'll do Champions League and then maybe the Fulham game. I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, sorry, I had second thoughts then, but then I've had second thoughts on second thoughts. Yeah, sounds good to me. So, I will see you when we have the Champions League draw. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you've enjoyed it, again, please leave a like on the video. Consider subscribing to the channel as well for more Football Manager awesomeness. I've been StuBo, you've been awesome. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.